Welcome students to your new video. My name is Kamini Joshi. I am an assistant professor in Chandigarh University under CSC department. And guys, today's video we are going to study about jumping statements. So before discussing that what is jumping statements, whenever we write a program, okay, we know that the flow of the program will be either sequential, conditional, or iterative. Sequential means if you have written a code, the line of the code will be executed by my compiler one by one. So if there are 10 lines, right? So we will start from line number 1, then it will go to line number 2. Similarly, we will keep on going up to line number 10. Conditional means if you have written a condition, depending upon the condition, the control of my program will work. And iteration means you have used loops in your programs, right? So using loops will let you do a work n number of times, right? Now, what are these jumping statements? As you can understand from the name only, Baja. So jumping statement will take the control of my program from one point to another depending upon the condition. So if let's suppose I am on line number 1 right now. From line number 1 straight, I want to go to line number 10 in my program. All right. And I don't want to use a if else condition over there because if else can do that, right? So I will be making use of some jumping statement over there. So let's first open our PPT to understand what is the content for today, and then I'll start discussing the things. So today we are going to discuss, we have three jumping statements. The first one is break statement, then we have a continue statement, and there goes a go to statement. And as you can read from the slide also, that what is the purpose of a jumping statement is it is going to modify the behavior of a conditional or a iterative statement. Very important that some of the jumping statements will be used only between the conditional, or you can say in between the iterative. That means either with the switch case or with the loops. Okay, so now these are the types that we have. Let's discuss about their syntax. So if you talk about a break, how we use a break, we just write this word or a keyword that is break. Okay, and what is the purpose of a break is, let's suppose you have a block of code, and inside this block of code you have written a statement break. Then when my compiler will encounter this break statement, it will take the control out of this structure. We will come out of it. And break can be used either with a switch statement. That means if you are writing a program where switch case is used, you can use it with that, or you can use a break statement with loops. That means if you, let's suppose you are writing a program which contains if else statement, or it doesn't contain any conditional statement or iterative statement, it is not possible for us to use a break. Break will only be used with a switch and a loop, and it will just take us out of that control. All right, then let's talk about the continue. Continue would be opposite of break. It is also a jumping statement. What it is going to do is, if let's suppose you are using a continue statement inside the block of the code, provided this block of the code is a loop, that means the continue can be used only with the loops. I cannot use it anywhere else. All right. So if In this loop, I have written a condition. And after the condition, I'm writing a continue. Then what is going to happen? My continue will force my compiler to go to the next iteration. It is going to take out the control of my program on that particular condition. So if condition will be true, it will skip the code which is written afterwards and will force the compiler to continue the iteration. Similarly, we have a statement which is goto. So what we do in goto is it is going to transfer the control of my program to a particular label. So what we are going to do when we will write a program, okay, let's suppose I am on line number 1, and from line number 1 straight, I want to shift to line number 4. I want to skip 2 and 3. So what I will do, the code written after line number 4 will be taken inside, will be considered as a label. We will consider it as a label. And on line number 1, we will use a go to statement to this label. So from over here, what we will be writing, go to and the name of the label. So what is going to happen over here when my compiler will encounter that we have used goto to this label? So my compiler will look that where is that label present in my program, and straight we will go from the goto to that particular label. So it will take the control of my program from a specific position to the labeled statement in the program. And how do we use it? We use the keyword go to. Afterwards, we will name the label and the program or the part of the program where we want to switch that starts with a label. We will write label and the colon symbol will be used. These are the purposes of all these statements. Now we are going to understand the use of all three, that is break, continue, and go to through a program. Okay, so first we will start with break. And as I have already told you that the break will be used either with the switch or a loop. So if you want to know that how break is used, what is the purpose of break in switch, then you have to listen to my video, which is on the switch case. Okay, I have already given you a video lecture on the switch case. Over there, your concept will be clear, right? Loop, I'll make you understand now. So let me share my IDE screen with you so that it will be easy for you to understand. So I hope it is visible to everybody. So we are demonstrating break. So first, what I'll do, I'll write a simple program. I took a integer, let's suppose named as I. Then I took its value as an input from the user, or we'll straight run a loop for 10 times. Okay, we won't be doing this. What I'll do, I'll use a for loop. This for loop is going to start from 1. It will iterate until and unless the value of I is less than or equal to 10, then I plus plus. And in this, what I will do is I am going to print the value of I. This is a simple loop program, percentage %d on the new line, and we will have the value of I. So how this program is going to work? If you have already understood the concept of loop, it will be easy for you to understand that it is going to print me 1 to 10. Starting from 1 to 10, it will print me every value on the new line. Let's suppose what I did over here. I wrote a condition that if the value of I is coming out to be 4, then I want to break. This loop, I want to make from 1 to 10, but if the value of I is equals to 4, I want to break. So let's understand that how this program is going to work. When I'll run this code, you must have seen that what is happening, that it is just printing me from 1 to 4. Okay, so how this is working? Initially, the value of I was 1, so 1 printed on the screen. Then the value, then we check this condition. that is 1 double equals to 4. No, it is not. We went to the next iteration. I became 2. 2 printed on the screen. Then 2 double equals to 4. No, it is not true. We again went to into the next iteration. Then I became 3. Right. So 3 double equals to 4. Again, it is not true. Again, we went to into next iteration. I value became 4. When it became 4, it printed the value of 4 and the condition says 4 double equals to 4. It is a true condition. That means we will enter into the body of the if. If we will enter into the body of the if, it says break. What break will do? It will take the control of my program out of this structure. So the structure is for loop. From line number 10 straight, we will come to line number 12 and we'll return 0 and that would be printed, right? So this is how a break statement is used. Break statement will take the control of my program out of that structure. So similarly, by using this example only, we will understand the concept of continue as well. So what am I doing? I'm keeping the same program, but instead of this break now, I'm using a continue. Now, when I will execute this code, you will see that my output is coming out to be, just a second. I'll take this printf statement because in this way you won't be able to understand. Okay, let me run this code again. Now, when I'm running this code, you can see that it is printing me 1, 2, 3, 4 is skipped, 5 to 10 again printed. So how it worked, guys? First of all, up to 3, it will be printed. First, I will be 1, then 1 double equals to 4 is a false condition, then 1 printed on the screen. 2 double equals to 4 is a false condition, 2 printed on the screen. Similarly, 3, when we came on 4, 4 is true, we entered into the body of if. That says continue. Continue means that skip all the code which is written afterward, just force the compiler to execute the next iteration. So on 4, it skipped this line number 10 and straight it went to incrementing the value of I became 5. Again, this value is false and it will print me 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 also. So that is what a break is, and the continue as well, right? Break, if instead here I'll write break, it will stop. It will come out of it. Continue will stop the execution of a particular iteration when the condition is true. Let's suppose over here, I'll write this. I'll make change or the value of I is equals to 9. I'll run my code. You will see 4 is also skipped and 9 is also skipped because when the value of 9 will, I will be 9, this value will be true. Again, we will continue, right? So this is how a continue will be used. So I hope continue is clear to everybody. Let's discuss about go to now. So let me erase all these code from here and the output as well. Okay. So now let's write a very basic program. I'm using a printf statement. In the first line, I'm writing hello, right? Then I'll use a printf statement. Again, I write hi. Okay, I'll take a new line here and new line and one more printf statement, that is students. So obviously you know that when I'll run this code, okay, so what is going to happen on first line, hello will be printed, then hi will be printed and students will be printed. Let's suppose in this program, what I want to do is after implementing the line number 5, okay, I want to shift to line number 7. I don't want to implement line number 6 over here. So what I'll do, when line number 5 will be executed, I will create a go to statement over here. I'm saying that I want to go to a particular label. Let's suppose the label name is X. So where I want to switch? I want to switch to the 8th line. So starting of the 8th line, I will label it as that label. Now, how this program is going to work? First of all, line number 5 will be executed. Now my compiler will see that it is telling me to go to a label named as X, right? So it will just look that where that X is. So X is on line number 8. We will straight switch to line number 8 in my program. So what will be printed? Hello students will be printed in my screen. High line is skipped. Over here, I could have n number of lines. Okay. So all this code will be skipped by my compiler. Still, I'll run my code. You will see it is still printing hello and students. If I'm going to remove it from here, then it will execute in the sequential manner. Hello, hi will be printed that 5 times and students. So that is what a go-to statement is. If I want to switch from one location in the program to a specific label. Okay, so this is what we are going to do. So that was a go-to statement. Now you can use go-to statements anywhere in the program, provided that when you are using a go-to statement, it is used in single function. It is very important. In a single function, goto can be used, but let's suppose if your program contains another function named as fun1, and you will try to use goto in from main, and you have created a label here in the function, that is not possible because they both lies in different stacks. So it is not possible to do that. But in between a single function under a single stack, I can use that, right? So guys, that would be it, right, for this video. So for the summary, what we studied is about jumping statements. So what is the purpose of a jumping statement is to take out the control of my program from one position to another, or to modify the sequence of a conditional or a iterative statement. We studied about three statement. One was break, then a continue, and then a go to. So thank you so much. That would be it for this session. I hope you enjoyed the session. Have a great day. Thank you.